I'll be a place for you. 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 I'll be a place for you.
How you doing? You all right? That's good. Well, there's three of us here, so, you know, capacity crowd as normal. Hello, Steve. You might as well come on, mate. ER. Hey, what's going on?
There you go. Just waiting for you to put me up there. Hey, everybody. How you doing?
No, I put
There's
you up, but it didn't
three in
bring
the
you
audience.
on.
There's
So.
4 in the audience now, and then 3 on camera. Got my little buddy here.
Yeah, well, I thought that's who the three of us was me,
Yeah.
you,
Oh, okay.
and
I thought
Holden.
you said there's 3. I thought you were talking about the audience. And I see Judy and I see Henry Nelson. How you doing, everybody? Henry, we're
Yeah.
praying for you, brother. Judy, good to see you. She just messaged me. She's been reading my books that she got, and she's really having a
That's
good time.
cool.
Anxious for me to do more. Got more videos on the way too. Those are coming up. He's
Oh,
just keeping
thanks,
us
Henry.
busy here, but he thinks you're number one. Do you see that finger there?
Oh, I know, mate. Yeah, at least there's one
And
person,
you
eh,
haven't
mate?
learned to do the middle one yet. So
Thanks, Henry, for that, mate. It's nice here. Very nice.
is that it? Judy and Henry.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Conversation over. Right, the end of the show. Yeah, well, I don't know what else to do with the Tuesday night. Be honest. I can't do Night Writer yet because I've got too much work to do with getting them tracks up.
I sent you an email about a remix contest. Check that out when you get a chance.
About a remix, what?
A remix contest. Madonna's Ray of Light. I think you could do something with that.
Oh no, I can't stand Madonna.
$12,000 in prizes. And,
Yeah, no, I
Signed
appreciate what
Madonna
you're trying to
album.
say, but no,
and
no.
possibly, I think the Warner might release it as a single. So you never know. Give it
Yeah.
a shot. Go
Yeah,
in,
good luck.
talk
Good
about,
luck
it,
to
make
him.
it, make it silly, and just see. You never know what might take off.
Nah, no. I'd have to sit through listening to Madonna, mate. I can't do that to myself.
Well, that's the thing. You can say I remixed this and never listen to a second of it. That's your hook. That's your gimmick. I
I
remixed
never,
it.
even in the
Side.
80s, I never saw the appeal of
I
someone
never,
that was.
never got the appeal. I mean, she was popular and stuff, and I used to dance to her music when I'd go out.
Yeah,
with
she was
friends, but
typical debauchery crap. You know what I mean?
the
Just,
first album was okay, but after that, she kind of lost the plot. I think.
oh, mate, it's
Nothing
the
against
voice I
any
can't
Madonna
stand.
fan. It's just not my cup of tea.
And not only that, she's just a fake, isn't she? You know what I mean? Plastic, fantastic, and I can't stand people like
she
that. They
manages
don't
to
just
stay
accept who they are.
controversial just enough to keep herself in the spotlight. But yeah, she should have been out of it a long time ago.
I just don't like these fake people, mate. I never have done. I never will do. This is why I never had posters on my walls and stuff, because I just didn't believe that they were
Never had
being
a
who they
Madonna
are.
poster, that's for sure.
Yeah, I've never believed that these people are genuinely being who they really are. You know, they're just fake people with fake beliefs as well. You know what I mean? Fake ideologies, fake personas. You know, there's some really awful people out there in the pop industry, and I don't want no part of that. You know what I mean? I don't know why people do still anchor for it. You know, when they've seen how disgusting it is, and yet they still want a part of it. It's really weird. I think you've got to have a certain level of narcissism to want to do that. You know,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Anyway, hello Holden.
You need a bigger ego. That's what you.
I can't grow one. I've tried. I've tried to be more confident with myself and stuff, but I just failed to be able to do it. You know, when some people are like, you know, oh, come watch my show. It's the best thing you'll see since what are you doing? Since sliced bread. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I can't do that crap. I just can't do it. I can't be. Oh, like listen to this. Even when I say, oh, you know, next track is blah blah blah. I feel really weird about it.
Yeah.
You know, because it shouldn't be me doing it. It should be someone else doing that. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be me having to do my own radio station about my own stuff. You know, I feel even weird about that. You know, but what do you do?
Yeah, I hear you.
What do you do? It's like these bands that name themselves, or the leader of the band names the band after them.
Yeah.
You know, I mean that's so narcissistic. What about the other people in the band? That's why I've always made names that include everybody.
Like Bon Jovi. There you go. There's one guy named Bon Jovi.
Wait,
the whole
John
band.
Bon Jovi. That's used my name. You know, so self-centered.
Yeah.
You know, narcissistic and self-centered. You know, don't worry about everybody else. You know.
Van Halen. There's another one.
Yeah.
course, there
John
was
Van
two
Halen,
Van
yeah.
Halens in there,
Yeah.
but still, there was also David Lee Roth and Michael Anthony,
Yeah.
later
But,
Sammy Hagar.
you know, I mean, why didn't Lars Ulrich name his band Lars? You know,
Yeah.
because it's dumb. That's why, and narcissistic. You know, a lot of people didn't even know it was it was he that created the band. You know.
Yeah, and I read somewhere that he stole that name, Metallica. Somebody was making a metal magazine, and he saw
Yeah.
that on the list and pointed him to it. Oh, use this name, and then he took Metallica and made a band out of it. But it's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. Brilliant name that.
Def
Say.
Leppard, the misspelling there. Kind of copped that from Led Zeppelin, but it worked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Iron Maiden, another one. Great storytelling band.
Iron Maiden is an old punishment. You know,
Yeah,
a tool
the
that
Irons.
they
And then
put
it
your
was
face in it.
also Maggie Thatcher's nickname.
Yeah. Yeah. The Iron Maiden. Yeah.
Back in the day. I'm showing
Yeah.
my age there.
I mean, fantastic naming though. You know, I love some band names. You know,
Yeah.
the Deep Blue something. That's a great name. That is. You know.
And ones that don't really telegraph what they do. Oasis.
Yeah. Well, but we all know what an oasis is.
Yeah.
It's a little portion of heaven, isn't it? But
Yeah.
I don't think that band is at all a little piece of heaven.
I
What
think
they are
get
is
together and touring again. though.
this is how I see Oasis. We come from Liverpool. We all love the Beatles. Let's take every chord that the Beatles did, swap them around a bit, and make our own lyrics to it.
Yeah, that's basically what Noel and
Nobody
Liam Gallagher did.
knows what it's gonna be. Then start shouting into a mic. You know, don't worry about singing. Just protest. But you know, yeah, I've never been a fan of them either. I'm too arrogant.
Yeah, I've never understood the popularity of it. Of course, there's a lot of bands like that, but that
Yeah,
one,
I don't understand it.
get it.
My mate is was a big fan of Oasis, and he always used to say to me, "Do some Oasis songs," and I said, "No." He said, "Why not?" I said, "Because I just don't get it. I don't get the whole." You know, if you said to me someone like Fleetwood Mac, I'd go, "Yeah, now there's a band that created decent music, right?" And they were too busy fighting with themselves to have an opinion about fans and stuff like this. And you know what I mean? They were too busy coking it up together and having affairs with each other and stuff.
Yeah.
They had a mad dynamic, but all still came back together again and wrote albums.
Yeah.
Whilst they're having affairs and stuff with each other and hating, and their songs were like hating on each other.
Yeah,
But
they were
nobody
doing
picked-
little digs at each other. and they
Yeah,
had
but
to
nobody
stay on stage and
picked
sing,
up on it until years
Go
later.
your own way. That was
Yeah,
Lindsey Buckingham.
you can go
telling
your own way.
Stevie Nicks to get lost. There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
But it worked.
Brilliant.
It just worked.
Just absolutely one of the best bands to ever exist. You know, and I, like I said, I've never understood the whole, you know, standing there like that, your hands behind your back, nobody knows. You know, no stage presence
there's no
whatsoever,
stage
just
presence at all.
arrogance.
You took the words out of my mouth. You got
Yeah.
the sunglasses and the Beatle haircut.
Yeah,
That's
there's no eloquence.
I will
There's no
give Noel
eloquence.
Gallagher. He's a good guitar player, but he plays George Harrison and John Lennon's licks. So there you go. How good is he really?
And
He's
that's what I said. That's what I said. Take the music that made for some reason as well, because I never really saw the appeal of the Beatles, but you know, hey ho.
So I've had a very unpopular opinion about the Beatles. John Waters, the writer, put it best. He said there were 4 honkies from Liverpool that ruined black music.
Yep.
They basically took the rhythm and blues and sanitized it for white kids.
Yeah.
Kind of like Elvis. Elvis did.
Yeah.
pretty much
Elvis Presley
same
did the
thing.
same thing, and I don't understand what the overpopularity of the. Wow, they ruined him. The industry ruined him. He didn't ruin it. He didn't ruin it because he used to
His
sing in the
handlers
gospel.
and the people, Colonel Tom Parker and all those people, tell him what to do. They were what was behind
They
it.
the ones that ruined Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley was so genuine in the initial days.
Yeah.
He used to go to black churches and sing with the with the congregation because that was his congregation. You know what I mean? So and he took inspiration from them clubs and pubs and stuff, and they ruined him by sticking him in films and making him basically just a token thing to make money out of movies, you know, and built a whole crap, and the stories were so shit. You know, you watch them films; they are the lamest of lame shit you'll ever see.
That's some of the worst movies ever.
Absolutely, and it's not his. It wasn't
But they
his
knew,
fault.
whatever it was, if they put Elvis in it, people would flock to see it.
And that's the problem. But they pumped him so. Like I said, the pop industry, but that's what the industry does to people. They'll take someone like Taylor Swift, right? Taylor Swift. When she first came out, she was just sat there playing her guitar with a lumberjacky shirt on, a pair of jeans, you know what I mean? Real casual and laid back. And then all of a sudden, she's got hardly any clothes on. She's on the stage, mate, and, devil shit. You know, they got to do that crap, and over-sexualize shit. And they're the ones that created this sex, drugs, and rock and roll crap. Mate,
Katy
don't.
Perry,
That's another reason why I don't like
yeah.
Madonna, why I don't like Lady Gaga, I don't like any of these people. They're all demonic, you know what I mean? And they're driven to the demonic ends as well,
A lot of satanic imagery. I did a radio show with a couple of pastors about the occult side of rock and roll, the occult influence, and it's there.
Yeah.
From
Mate,
Robert
100%.
Johnson
Anybody
going
that
forward.
denies that there's an occult that runs the world, right? And that they're devil worshippers, mate, Moloch and stuff like that. You're deluded to think that it isn't. That's why there's so much hatred, wars, and division in the world, because they all create it because they thrive off of it. They thrive off the negative energy. They love it. As much as people that love God and go into church and pray to God, mate, they love the devil just as much. And if you don't believe in good and evil, you only have to look at them. They believe in God.
Yeah.
They believe in God so much, mate. They oppose him in the absolute. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy. Yeah. I don't know. Do you, Holden?
I don't know if you heard him or not, but he's been sitting here loudly passing gas, so that's what he thinks of Oasis.
Nah, I can't hear nothing, mate. No, I can't hear that over the mic, thankfully.
Once the laptop.
You can't blame a lad, can you?
We're going to have to go. He's got to get his teeth brushed, and he does. He's got 2 teeth on the bottom, and get him ready for bed. He's already had his bottle, but he's itching to go to sleep. But glad we got to join you for a little bit. Nice little talk there.
It's all right. It's all right,
About
mate.
satanic influence in rock and roll, and it's a real thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100% it is. This is another reason why I said I've struggled all my life where I've been in music.
Because you wouldn't sell out and you wouldn't sell your soul. There you go.
Yeah, and that's exactly it, mate. I'm not in. I don't need. What it is, I just don't need that much external validation. A little bit of validation for who you are as a human, that's fine. Because we all seek that to, know it's all good.
Tell him good night, Holden.
Night, Holden. Night, Holden. Woo!
Clap? Can you clap? Can you wave? Can you do something? Yeah, he's pointing at the laptop. I'm going to hand him off to his mama here, and then gotta go. He's getting heavy. He's 20-something pounds now. He's shaking his head no. All right, there we go. Well, Lee, it was good to see you.
Yeah,
Love, peace, chicken grease, everybody. We'll see you Thursday night.
All right, mate.
Take
I'll
care.
see you
God
later.
bless everybody. Henry Nelson, like I said, we're praying for you. Much love. We'll see you soon. Thanks, Lee.
See you later, buddy. You take care now. Steve Stockton, everybody.
Come back and take my bow there. Thank you.
Take a bow. As you can tell, I've still got this annoying cough. And it is really, really tragically annoying. So yeah, Satanism, eh? Satanic things within... it's not just the music industry though, is it? I mean, it's film as well. It's movies. I mean, Disney as well, especially. They've always got to do this. The orphan who's lost their parents You know, the parents are always dead or something like that. I mean, you know, some kind of fairy tales they are, mate, for children, you know. Let's start off as we mean to go on. Let's kill the parents. It's just, I've never understood all that sort of, you know, they claim to be, you know, for children, and yet they thrive on putting the fear of Christ up kids, you know. I shouldn't say that really, because it's not the fear of Christ, is it? You know, the fear of the devil, basically. But yeah, it's weird. That's why I swear to God, that's why I've never really over pushed myself as well to get popular with music and stuff like that, because I've seen what happens to people. You know, they go from being fairly innocent to being vile, like that other guy. Who's that other guy? I can't remember his name now. But he ended up like weird pronouns and ended up on stage dressed in high heels and stockings and devil horns and everything like that. And it's like, when he first started off, he was just dressed in a suit. Yeah, and it's like, how can you even let yourself get to that? It's because what they do is they offer you fame and fortune, and because people, no, not Prince, no, Prince was standalone. He wasn't. He broke away from the influences of them. Yeah, you know, and I mean, like the reason why he created Symbol, that's because they owned all his music, and the only way he could get away with owning this thing is if he changed his name. So they could own all the Prince stuff, but then he started writing stuff in the name of Symbol. But it's because they get you young, and when you're young, you just don't understand certain ethos. You know, it's like when I broke my wrists. Okay, when I had my wrist broken by the post office, we're talking about the Queen's post office here, and I got 10 grand, and I thought that was a lot of money when I was 18. Not thinking about my future and the fact that I'm going to end up losing my career, because at the time I could still work and nothing was hurting. But within a couple of months of doing that, I realised, hang on a minute, I can't spray for too long because my wrist just gives up and then I can't pull. And then I realised that's the rest of my life gone. That's my career that I'd worked hard to start and get is gone, just wiped away. In America, if that had happened to me, I'd have been awarded multi-millions, because they knew that they would have known that was to last me the rest of my life, because I lost my actual career. So I got 10 grand. I mean, I was taken for a ride. Luckily for them, they caught me when I was 18. You know, but if they'd caught me, if it had happened to me now, mate, I'd go for the top. I'd wait as long as it took. I'd take as long as it takes. You know. But that's what you get, wisdom with age. You know. We all make them sort of mistakes when we're younger. You know. We're not born geniuses. You have to learn shit, don't you? No, he's more of a modern artist anyway, the artist I'm thinking of. I can't remember his name. Because I don't care, really, to be honest. You know. Yeah, more of a modern artist. Let me do this a minute. Yeah, modern artists suck anyway, mate. Ah, that's it. Sam Smith. Ugh, what a vile individual. I'll show you. I'll show you this because this is just, it's sick. There you go. Look at this. Look at this. Look. Sick. Yeah, that's what he was like before. Yeah, that's what he was like before. Look, very normal. Normal looking guy. He went from that to that. Look, just look. It's just sick. Now look, Taylor Swift, look, there you go. Look how many musicians, right, all do this shit. Yeah, there's Taylor Swift, look, making the eye, doing the eye thing, look. She went from a sweet little country singer to this piece of crap. You know, blood red everywhere. Yeah, all the same manufactured BS, exactly that. They're demonic, mate. They're rituals. When they have it on stage, because as you know, being worshipped is part of their thing, right? Being worshipped is what they love. They love to see the pleboids, right? All the serfs. They love to see you praise them, you know, what's it called? Worship them. That's what it's all about. That's what pop music is all about. It's getting the youth to worship this crap. So that when they see people dressed like this or acting demonic, to them it's normalized. Hence why you now get everybody, all the youth wearing these nose ball rings and you know, just sick stuff, you know.
This man's brother.
Hello, Kafida.
Look at this man's brothers.
Hello. Hold on just a second, Shannon. I think you're on live YouTube here. Mute.
Yes, you are. You're live.
That's my daughter, Shanna.
You're live to at least 4 people.
Say hi, Shanna.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Shanna. How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
There's my beautiful
I'm
girl.
better than average, but I'm not as good as I could be.
That was the birthday girl. Come
You were not showing
last
your
year.
face.
You're not
Yeah.
showing my face, you said.
I was saying you were showing right here.
Oh, my beautiful girl. All the curly hair. She looked so beautiful. She was little with all the curls, little spiral curls. She was a lovely little lass.
That's better than
Shirley
looking at
Temple curls.
It's better than looking at Taylor Swift.
Oh
in her-
gosh,
in her
any day.
demonic captions. Look at these. Look, demonic.
She's horrific.
Yeah,
There's a
she is.
cat. Where? What? She said, what, Shannon? Loki, where? I don't see a cat except a black kitten.
Yeah.
It must have been Mama. They kind of look similar.
This is the pop industry for you, though, guys.
So, what's on the menu? Is that
Well,
about,
I'm talking about
evil,
I'm talking about evil and devil worship within pop
subliminal
industry.
evil?
No, blatantly in your face.
Okay.
You know, all
There's
these
some subliminal stuff.
All these tributes to Moloch. You know, this is what the concerts are. You know, they want thousands of people to praise demonic people, basically.
Praise you like I should.
I was talking about what's his name? I just found it just a minute ago and I can't remember now.
What's he do? What's he sing?
Oh, that just another pop star that went from being a humble sort of looking guy in a suit to being demonic as hell. You know.
Bublé? Michael Bublé?
No.
No. I start to say I don't know, but a suit.
Hello, Shelley, by the way. Hello.
The one it had gotten, people were talking about that he was doing that, like not a boudoir, about Mama going down to the cat house, let's say. The video, he's all in red when he performed. He wore a suit, and he's British, I believe, maybe
Yeah.
English.
Sam Smith. That's it.
There,
Sam
that's
Smith.
it. That's exactly the guy. Yeah, I forget the name of the song. Chat, does anybody know?
Right, now look, I'm going to show you again. Right, look at this. Right, so this is Sam Smith, right? How he first looked, okay? When he first come on the scene. There you are, look, in the suit.
Yep.
See that?
I remember him in carpool
There you
car karaoke with the late night host.
Right, there you go. Right, and now, if you see him,
Late night talk show host.
Sam Smith, Demon. There you go. That's him on stage now. Look at this absolute freak. I mean, he went from humble beginnings to that freak right there. Look at him. Just sit. Are you still there, Kafina, or what? No. Yeah. Just what the hell? What even is that? It's my choice. Went from looking like that to looking like that. Vile individual. And they are. Anybody that thinks that that's normal is off their nut. Yeah, it's more than drugs, though. It's the promise of fame and fortune. That's what it is. People are allured by the, I'll make you famous, that everybody in the world will know your name and stuff. I don't understand. People must have some sort of weird... I don't understand, even when you've had a traumatic life, right? I don't understand the overcompensation you feel you need. You know, that you need everybody to know your name, you need everybody to love you, and you don't need everybody to love you, you just need your partner to love you, your children to love you, you know. And even then, you know, if you can't survive without that, then you got a problem. You got to learn to love yourself first, haven't you? You know, before you can externalize that love. It's more than just drugs. It's the fame and fortune. They bribe these people with money, then they own them. And once they own them, they turn them into that. You know? So they take that humble guy that wore a suit and just sung his songs, and they take him and go, no, what we need to do is we need you to worship the devil now, and we need to stick you on stage in a big extravaganza to Moloch, right? And get everybody to praise you. And then that energy goes towards the demon side of things. It's greed is one of the deadly sins. That all of what they do is all to do with the deadly sins. You know, greed, sloth, envy, ego,
Gluttony.
You know, gluttony. What's the
Lust.
Yeah, lust, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I mean, I know all the deadly sins, but I can't think of them offhand. But that's what it is. You know, they are, it's the sickest industry, and when everybody have always said to me over the years, why don't you do this, why don't you do that to get yourself known and stuff like this? Well, because it's the fear of being noticed by someone who innocently or makes me feel like they're innocent in it, and then before you know it, my name is owned, my image is owned, and no matter what I do, I can't get out of it, and they want to demonize me like that. You know what I mean? And I just don't want any part of that world. I've never
In the
wanted any part of that world.
standard list, the 7 deadly sins according to the Catholic Church are pride, greed, wrath, envy, lust,
That's
gluttony,
it.
and
Pride,
sloth.
I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't rightly remember that one exactly, but envy was another one I couldn't think of. I kept thinking, do not covet thy neighbor's wife. I'm like, no, that's not what I'm thinking of exactly. It's like a one-word thing. Jealousy, envy, yeah,
Like
pride.
I said, I don't do any of those things. I don't care about what someone else has. I don't care about how someone else looks. I don't feel that, I'm not that person, or, I haven't got that, so I want that. I've
Too
never had
much of
those kind of
everything.
thoughts.
What is
That-
sloth
Like I
exactly? Like
said,
being
as
lazy?
sloth is, yeah, just laziness and,
Rolling in it. Your
yeah,
pride and
and no,
taking it
ruining it,
all.
celebrating the fact that you're lazy,
Wanting
that's,
everything, bragging about it, taking
yeah,
everything,
yeah,
and then just
yeah,
rolling in it.
yeah, there you go, yeah. So, for me, it's really hard for me, right, because I'm in like a rock and a hard place, because I'm a musician, right? And of course, I'd want people to share and enjoy my music. But on the same token, I don't want people to worship me for it. It's really hard for me. But I
Being a
don't,
fan of something,
yeah.
you're not. It doesn't make you do. You don't see them as a god
No,
or
I don't. That's what they want. That's
a
what I'm
sick
saying.
obsession.
Yeah, I don't want people to be obsessed in the wrong way with anything about me. You know
It's
what I
just
mean?
like anything else you like. You like
Yeah, exactly. Well, I like coffee.
angel
Right?
figurines. You collect
I
them.
like
Go on
coffee,
about
and
today.
I like coffee, and I like making models. Okay, I also like music. I can sing. I can also do carpentry.
You can sing. I'm kidding. I
Yes,
love you.
right. I can
love
also
you.
play a little bit of piano and stuff. But to me,
And
like I said,
drum.
they're just learned abilities. They are not. This
Yeah.
whole word talent,
Talents.
right? This whole word talent is
Mm-hmm.
misconstrued, right? Because you are talented as a mother, right? If you've brought children up to be good human beings, you are a talented mother, okay?
Yeah.
And the same goes for a father. Same
Mm-hmm.
goes for someone who drives every day and never has an accident, right? That's a talented driver. You know, someone that makes music and goes on stage and entertains people, that is not talent. That's learned ability. That is learned ability. Someone that operates on a woman and helps her survive a pregnancy that could have gone wrong and saves the baby as well. That's talent.
And can be labeled a hero in
Yeah.
some regards.
Right?
Like emergency
Someone who's a
workers.
fireman who goes into a building and rescues people out of that building. That is talent.
Even
Right?
a hero's still not a god. I mean,
Exactly.
you
But
can idolize
you
something,
you
but
don't see hundreds of millions of people worshipping them people, even though they've saved lives. That person's just sung a song on a bloody stage.
it's a more
You're doing
heartfelt
nothing.
thing instead of a mental thing. Your heart feels obligated to appreciate, validate, and tell them thank you.
Yeah.
Much obliged. Thank you for saving whoever's
Yeah.
life.
But it's no different, right, than someone knowing how to use a computer properly, right, and being better at it than I am, right, which is not a problem anyway. But right,
That's a thing in life.
I wouldn't
Always somebody better than you.
I wouldn't go out of my way to start worshipping their skills at it. You know, it's like, oh, fair play. They've put a lot of time and effort into learning that.
Faith and worship
Right.
go hand in hand. I mean, faith and you worship something. It's something that's
I love music,
constantly
even
doing
be it
daily for years. You put all your faith and stock in that, hopes and prayers. And a musician, no, people shouldn't worship musicians as such.
yeah. Well, it's the same as film stars. People used to worship them. It's like they're just
That's a
actors. They
false god or whatever they call it.
yes, it's worshipping false gods. Exactly that. And this is another reason, like I said, that I've always held myself back from being too involved in music and stuff like that. My dad used to say to me as well, you'll never be nothing. And do you know what?
I think that
That's because
it hurt at the
he
time.
was. That's because he was from the generation that you're only anybody if you're famous.
And if you tell
Right.
somebody they can't do something,
Yeah.
You
Well,
can thank them later when you do.
that just made me be more
Exactly.
determined to be able to write and produce and
I think
do
that's what he
my
might have
own
had in
thing.
mind a little bit.
You know, but like I said, the music industry itself is well, this is not a joke. It's literally demonic, and I don't want any part of a demonic cult. You know, and that's what the music industry is, and the film industry. It's a cult of evil, right? And sickness, and worship us. You
At
know,
any given time, you can go on TikTok or maybe elsewhere and look up symbols and stuff associated with
oh yeah,
celebrities.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. But there's another thing another twist to this as well, the TikTok generation,
They're
because
on it. They know.
they nearly every human being in the world, right, who loves these artists, you know, like the Taylor Swifts and stuff, who was on stage dressed as the demon and all that lot. They there's so many TikTokers and stuff think by talking like I'm doing right now on a TikTok thing will get them fame and glory, which often, unfortunately, it does. And yet, they're doing and producing nothing. They're saying nothing of profoundness. They're not prophets. They're not, they're not providing anything. They're literally just sat there with their nose ring, just chatting shit about people they hate, and yet they're getting thousands of views, loads of subscribers and all that crap, right? This isn't coming from a place of jealousy. This is coming from a place of just expressing the reality of it, right?
In Exodus 20, chapter 23, chapter and verse, and it's repeated in Deuteronomy. The first commandment.
My sentiments exactly. That is my sentiments exactly. I don't give a shit about what they're wearing, right? Just if you're going to be a singer, sing a bloody song, right? You didn't see people like Billy Joel get on a stage and start stripping off to his bare undies and then putting devil horns on, right, to sing his songs. He sat there on a piano with his band and played his songs, because that's really what.
It's blatant in your face, but it's still their subliminal statement, their message.
Yes,
what's the point of that?
Yeah, what the crowd doesn't realise, because again, being young
people
and naive,
think they're honouring the devil.
They think they're honouring them people. They're not. They're praying to Moloch, and they don't even realise they're doing it. They're being led into a dark path. That's why religions took a back seat as well. Because all these people that are following these artists and stuff, the artists are as ungodly as you can possibly get. They're debaucherous. Look at that P. Diddy crap. That just shows you
what about
everything.
baby oil?
Yeah, how much baby oil do you want in your house? It's just sick, and yet everybody was praising that man for years. He wasn't even a great artist, if you ask me.
I never cared for him, to be honest.
Exactly.
I really wasn't. Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, the remake of Every Breath You Take with Eve, or I forget the lady's name, or something.
Yeah, exactly that. This is what I was talking about.
Money?
I just showed Sam Smith in the beginning, right? The Sam Smith started off by wearing suits, looking very trim and very cool, right? Just sang his songs, and then in the next thing I showed, he's on stage with half of his clothes off, right, with devil's horns on, with a red background. It looked like
Unholy
one of Biden's
is the name of that song. Unholy.
I don't know. It's irrespective. I'm just saying that all of those artists. I show loads of the artists. I'll show you again.
Kim Petras, Sam Smith. Mommy don't know Daddy's getting hot at the body shop, doing something unholy.
Yeah, unholy. Yeah. So music artists dressed demonic.
Its lyrics are about an adulterous heterosexual family man who goes to a strip club behind his wife's back to have sex.
Here we go. let's have a look at this. Right? Yeah, we're not talking about Ozzy because Ozzy was a different kettle of fish.
Sam Smith quoted.
There he is. There's Sam Smith. There you go. Yeah.
He described it as being about liberating oneself from the clutches of others' secrets.
No, it's bullshit. It's about
Well, secrets, I'm sure.
wanting
Yeah.
to be demonic is about doing what the hell you like without fear of consequence. That's what it is. Look at this. Look at this. I'll tell you, I just can't get over this freak anyway. Absolute freak. I just feel sad for him because, like I said, first of all, there he is there. Look. Oh, hang on. Sorry, you can't see it. Sorry, you couldn't see it. So we've gone from, see this here. Look at this. Absolute weirdo.
Even Sam Smith, your songwriting show, Night Rider, when you did get a notice about a copyright warning claim thing, and you were making up a song.
Yeah.
Even Sam Smith had a copyright claim. But there's a comparison from Tom Petty's 1989 hit, I Won't Back Down, and Sam Smith's song, Stay With Me. He said it was just coincidence, not purposely meant to sound like any part of that song,
Yeah, look. So there he is. Look how normal he looks there. Tracksuit top. Look, right there. Look at him there. Look, just a suit on. Look, suit.
What a clown. Stop that
Normal
clowning
suit
around.
and everything, right? And then you go from that to that. I mean, what the actual F?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, the music industry
Filthy.
is sick. It's sick. It's literally sick.
Oh, yeah, and that's what we see. You don't want to know what happens behind the scenes.
Oh, exactly.
Things people
that.
do to other people.
Yeah, you don't want to know the
And
extent.
if you don't do it, your career's over.
Like I said, they're debaucherous. It's debauchery. Taylor Swift was exactly the same. She came out. She was, like I said, she was dressed in like a lumberjack shirt, a pair of jeans, right, and her guitar. And she used to sit
In my
there sweetly
girlphone,
playing
yep.
the guitar. And now you look at her, she's half naked, right, or almost naked, dancing to devil, dancing with devil worshipping background. And like I said, they're all sick. It's sick. And this is why I've steered clear of
Hey, if there's
that
Taylor
industry.
Swift fans here, that's fine. But just worshiping, that's an extreme. It's beyond fanship. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, look at the state of Madonna's face as well over the years because she's so scared of losing her youth. She looks like she looks like she's been run over by a truck and then it backed up to go back over her. People's vanity is one of the worst things that these, if I can say it, these
That could
fuckers
be one of those
have done to
things.
people.
Well-
They've made people feel like they're inferior if they don't look a particular way. And it's the same as they've done to society in general with magazines and stuff like that. I'm not saying, that really overweight people and stuff is beautiful. They probably are as people, but, all right, our normal facet, I don't know that's the right word. Our normal way of looking at people is not that, right, as beauty. So the beauty part is one thing, but making everybody feel inferior for the way they look is where the sickness is.
Yeah,
right?
I
And
forget
saying
how
that
you-
if you don't
that?
look like this, you won't go any far. And as soon as you reach
The
the
ideal image.
peak of your popularity and your image starts failing, they wipe you away like you're a non-existent entity. They don't give a shit about you. This is what I can't understand, and I can understand it. It's because they get them when they're young. Now, if they, like someone like me, they just stand not a hope in fucking hell over, sorry for my language, but it makes me passionate. They wouldn't have a hope in hell of convincing someone like me that £1 million contract and them making me a star all around the world and stuff would do anything for my psyche at all. It would be the instant turn off for me. If the only drug,
there's limits,
so
as
to
you say.
speak.
There's limits.
Yeah, the only lure that they'd be able to lure me with is record sales. You know, if you could sell my records, then that's it. That's where I cut off. I'm not interested in their publicity. I'm not interested in any of those things. I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want to be involved.
You want to be heard and noticed, notoriety, appreciated for the music.
Notoriety maybe for my thing, like anybody else, like a carpenter who makes a nice table, wants people to go, that's a nice table, isn't it?
Like that movie quote, they love me, they really love me.
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't need
you
people
have
to
fans,
bow
you-
down to me and
Exactly.
worship me and buy my posters and stuff. I mean, you can. I've got stuff.
Praise me. Yeah.
But I'm not looking for that.
No,
That is
no,
not why I'm a musician. I'm a musician because I love bloody music. And you know,
You would lose
whatever else
fans,
happens
you know?
is just a bonus to me. Me loving music and creating music is what I do for myself. Anything external from that is just
You
an
would
added
do it.
bonus.
It-
When
you
I
breathe
used to
and live it, you know?
when I used to gig as well, right? When I used to gig, we used to get like 60 quid each at the end of the night or whatever on some of these gigs, right?
Yeah.
And that was great for me. I'm like, wow, what a bonus. I just get to stand on the stage, sing my little art out that I love to do, and I get paid as well. What? It's just a
It's
bonus.
cool, yeah.
You know, because I'd have done it for free if I could have got away with not having to hire a van and stuff, which I always
You're
had
just
to do.
having
So
the crowd
therefore-
there appreciating you.
Yeah.
It's good
Well, it's
feeling,
not about them.
you know?
That thing is, as well. You don't get me wrong, right? It's nice, but it's not about them appreciating me either. It's about them enjoying themselves, me bringing joy to people. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, and sharing in that joy. You know, I'm loving that song. I'm loving singing that song to myself, sort of thing. You happen to be there
You're
listening
creating
to
their
it, and
happiness
you're
at that
enjoying it
moment.
as well.
And- yeah.
Bonus. You know,
Happiness or well, I'm not the word happiness. They're excitement. They're fun. They're fun at the time. They're
Yeah.
enjoying it. They're having fun. A good
Yeah.
time.
yeah, yeah.
And it feels good to make people happy or whatever. Like that's why people tell jokes. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. 99% of them have gone that way, mate. They all go into the industry innocent as hell and come out the other end, mate, as demonic weirdos that have just debauched themselves and, you know.
What are you trying to say? They're going to hell if they don't change their ways.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly. See,
well, you
Justin
never
Bieber
know.
is another, but they all are. Anybody that gets
Get
into
right
the
with the Lord.
industry and accepts the contract from the devil, basically, right? That is selling your soul, because you are selling your image, your actual face. So they
Yep.
can use your face for anything, any product, whatever they want to do. They can use your face and your imagery and your music, and you have nothing. They think that you think, or the
Privacy
artist
goes out
thinks.
the window.
I don't, but the artist thinks that by getting money that they've somehow achieved something. Money is not an achievement. Money is not an achievement. Money is a means to an end. Because
root of all evil.
unfortunately, this world is monetary, right?
But that's how the
So
world works. People you have to
so
have
we've
money
got
to
no
eat.
choice.
Yeah.
We've got no choice into gaining money, right?
There's
So
nothing wrong with
all
you.
that does is alleviate some problems, but causes others, right? So the more money you get, the more issues you have, right? And that is a true statement, right?
And you know
So-
that you're good enough that if you were put out there, that people would pay for you. And your body isn't, and your skills, your line of work, you cannot do any longer. So this is a hobby for you, not a hobby. You know what I mean? A personal passion,
Yeah,
let's say.
yeah. For me,
And you know
for
you
me,
can get paid to
it's
do it.
Music and
So-
being a musician to me is a lifestyle. It's not.
There you
it's
go.
nothing to do.
Not a hobby
it's-
like collecting stamps. Like, you know what I mean?
It's nothing to do with I want fame and shit like that. I've never ever gone for that sort of thing.
It is a hobby, but it's so much more than that. It's beyond
No, it's
that.
not a hobby. A hobby is someone that picks up a guitar every now and then
Yeah,
sits
that's
there
it.
jingling away. That's not what I am. Because I
That's part of
write,
it,
I
but it's
produce.
way
You know,
beyond
I'm really involved in music and stuff.
But that's the key word I was looking for.
But again, I'm involved with it for myself first, And anything else that comes after that is just an added bonus. The fact that you like some of my tracks, for instance, is just a bonus. I don't need your validation because I'll write the music anyway. Do you understand? I'm going to sit and write hundreds and thousands of music, whether you're going to listen to it or not.
That's the same with us. Like somebody in the chat right now, they are a great clothing maker. Just like they could sit and knit and sew and
Exactly.
do make stuff because they like it.
There you
They're
go.
not looking for any
validation.
validation.
They don't need external validation for being. But like I said, it's like I see myself as no different to the carpenter that I also am. Right? I can make a nice table. Okay. So you'll see that table and you go, oh, "That's a nice table, Lee." Yeah, cheers, mate. That's the end of it, right? It's like I'll play your record and you might, and I'll play your record and you go, "Oh, I like that record, Lee. That's cool. That's good, man."
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing like, oh, praise me for my brilliance.
No, that's different.
Because it's just, it's out there. I don't understand it. These people have an illness, right? The people that want and seek fame and fortune have an illness, and it's true narcissism. Because the only way that they will feel validated is when everybody validates them. And without that, they feel like they're not succeeding. And the thing is, success is measured by other things. It's like, I know I'm a successful father. I've brought up 4 children that are all cool, right? And they're all getting on and not a problem, right? I've been a successful driver. I've been a successful motorcyclist. I've been a successful airplane preparer and car sprayer and stuff. Yeah, I've been successful at that. You know what I mean? I achieved it. Carpentry, I achieved it. You know, home DIY, I've achieved it. You know, learning how to use musical programs, I've achieved it. Learning how to play a bit of piano, achieved it. Bit of guitar, achieved it. Bit of drumming, it's still an achievement, right? And just because I'm not famous for doing it, that means nothing to me. I don't need you. You don't know. You haven't even heard me play the drums. I tell you I can play the drums.
Waiting.
But you know I can because of the way I can play a little bit of piano.
You with it, but you had that kitchen table to move at one time, and somebody was coming to get the table. But you didn't have room to set it. Anyway, do you have room yet anywhere for the drum set?
No, like I said, this is the whole reason. The whole reason I put the guitars on the bloody wall is because I thought, I'll have some room for me drum kit. But I'm literally going to have to almost sit on top of my drum kit right here for it to be behind. Well, I might have to, you know.
Bang, bang, bang.
You know.
Sitting on top of the drums. Don't touch my drums. Step Brothers, maybe.
Don't touch the drums, baby. Hey.
Get your balls off of my drum set.
I used to do this 40 years ago. It's like whenever people would start talking about drugs, like, yeah, stay off the drugs, mate. Oh, drugs are great up to a
If you're just now tuning in, Lee's having a fit.
Yeah.
Are you cold, Lee? Is it a little chilly there? I see your jacket on.
No,
sweating.
but I'm normally cold in the studio, as you know. I'm normally hot in the studio.
There you
go. Where the winter's starting to come in now, it's starting to cool down really nicely in here, and I can actually sit here, as you can see, in a tracksuit top. Hello, Kate's kitchen as well, by the way. Kate's
so now when he gets to do guitar, he'll be like, okay, I can get warmer.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I could get away with wearing a tracksuit top, you know what I mean? Being a bit of this, bit of that, you know what I mean? Bit whoa, all right. Oh, by the way, England!
Just as a reminder, Lee, do you have the Go setup for today?
Look at that beautiful thing right there.
You put that in your pocket.
Hey, I'm allowed to be proud of my bloody country, mate.
What are those? It looks like little cools.
I don't know. Weird, isn't it?
No.
It's weird. Did you know there's some people that don't like holes? That have a fear of holes.
I wonder what you call that. I'm gonna look it up.
I can't remember what it's called, but there is a thing there where people have a fear of holes. So hello, Maine.
What is fear of holes?
How you doing?
Hello and welcome in, everybody.
Yeah, don't forget to hit
Okay.
that like button, guys. You know what I mean? Oh, I did set up a goal as well. I mean, I don't expect to make anything, and I
Trypophobia?
haven't. But I did set.
Trypophobia. Aversion or
What's
repulsion to
what?
objects that have patterns of small holes or clusters of bumps, such as sponges,
There you go.
honeycombs, or even certain fruits.
Yep.
Probably the word you
Told you,
just
didn't
said.
I?
Trypophobia. Yeah. There's a fear
Told
about
you.
lots of things.
I knows things. I does. Do you know what I mean? I knows things like things about things.
I don't know a lot, but I know a little about a lot.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
I mean,
I
it's
know
what
a
when you
little
say
about a lot of things. But
Jack and Jill of all
I think
things.
that's just because I'm 57 and I've been around a little bit. You know?
Life
It's nothing
experience.
special. I haven't done anything special to gain knowledge. Right? It just
Full
comes
of
to me from
useless
the
knowledge.
ether. You know what I mean? It must be from the Akashic record. You know, that's the way I see it. I just put. So, do you know when you're an intuitive thinker? This is what I've been told that I am, because sometimes a lot of
Mine
the
is
time
always
I
working.
don't need loads of information. My brother coined this term with me. I mean, I know it's been used,
Yep.
before, but my brother did.
And it's
God bless him.
analytical.
He said to me, it's my analytical nature and stuff as well, so he said to me, I'm an intuitive thinker, right? So in other words, I can be given a little tiny bit of information about a subject, and
We work it
I'll
out.
expand on it. I'll expand on it and go, oh, right, I see that point of view and that and that.
All the who, what, when, where, why's, and how's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look around it, and I can move it around and
Look
sort of thing.
around you.
I'm one of them. This is why I spot the bullshitters quite easy as well. It's why I don't like fakery. It's why I don't like fake people. This is why I don't like pop industry, because they're just the fakest of fake. Same as
Some may see it as
movie stars.
overanalyzing, but to us, it's just normal.
What's that?
To some, it might seem like you're overanalyzing, overthinking.
Yeah, well, no, I've
There's
been
nothing
told that
wrong
as
with
well. I
it.
got told that
It's
by a
in my head. How's it
psychologist.
bothering you?
Well, a psychologist once told me I am it's not. It was a way of saying I'm over analytical. I'm analytical to the extreme, because I look at things when someone else doesn't even think about a thing that doesn't need to be thought about. I'm thinking about it, or I'm describing it, or I'm studying it.
So some of the greatest ideas ever has been occurred. Come on.
Yeah. Other people just say I go on. That's the way normal people
Yeah,
say
you
it
can
to
tell
me.
somebody's this and that or whatever, and they go on about your business, and you're still sitting there lost in thought. Then you're like, wait a minute, you caught something, and then you're like, crap,
Yeah.
they caught that. You're one of the ones that would catch whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I tend to notice things as well. I'm very observant. I got told that within 2 corners of my car test, the driving instructor turned to me and said, this is literally, I came out of the driving centre actually, I turned right, because he told me to turn right out of the driving centre. This is for my test. And we turned right, gone up to the end of the road, he said turn left, I've turned left. We go down to the next one. He said, next junction, can you turn left again, please? And as I turned left and gone around the corner, he said to me, can I ask you a question? I said, yeah, sure. He said, do you ride a motorcycle? I said, I do, actually. He said, yeah. He said, I've noticed how observant you are. And I'm like, that's within 3 corners. Well, 2 actual real corners, because the first one was just...
Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Stay alert, stay alive.
But my peripheral vision is really good as well. Like, because I made a point of mentioning everything that's going on the road as I'm driving along, and everything I'm seeing. And I was spotting things right up the road and to the side of me at the same time, and I was pointing this out to him, and he kept nodding his head and saying, yeah.
Some people learn better.
It was pretty embarrassing, really. It was embarrassing because it's like I'm trying to big myself up here, but I'm not. I find that as a normal way of being. My normal way of being is absorbing. I'm a human being on planet Earth. I can't go along with blinkers on like a lot of people do. Do you know what? I used to...
take your blinker fluid with you.
The person I envied the most in my entire life was this guy. Hang on. My old keyboard player, right? Bless his cottons, right? There's John, right? This was years ago when I was married to my ex-missus. But
Now, he had some musical talents as well. So
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely right.
there's some music on
But
here
what I envied most about the guy was his simplicity, because I haven't got that. His ability to go through life, not overthinking about things and stuff, and I envied that so much. I know I shouldn't envy,
taking things at
but
face value.
it's an innocent envy. You know what I mean? It's like I overanalyze everything. I look at things through every lens possible. I absorb everything. And I wish I didn't sometimes. You know, knowledge is also is a blessing and a curse. You know, it's one of those things, isn't it?
He wasn't simple-minded.
He wasn't simple-minded.
He saw the
He was just,
simplicity in things.
he just took the simple route, and it
Take it
astounded
as
me
it
how he
is.
could.
Take
And I was,
what you see is what you get.
yeah, he just did. Things just went straight over his head, and
Like, oh, that's a tomato there at the fruit stand.
he'd only
That's
engage in. If I started a conversation with him, he'd engage in that conversation.
we're
but
the
he
type of
wouldn't-
people who can walk
he
by a
wouldn't-
tomato and see that, oh, that must be the artificially ripened one. It's got
Yeah,
this and that.
yeah,
It's been gassed.
he wouldn't look past the object or the thing.
Yeah.
It's
Deeper.
not disrespect of him either, because, like I said, I envied
Yeah,
him
everybody
being able to
does.
just to have a really relaxed life, because he wasn't caring about everything all the time. Whereas, you know, I've always been traumatized by everything in the world. You know what I mean? And I say traumatized. Yeah, I'm fine.
Indoctrinated.
But no, yeah, no, I'm not indoctrinated by anything. But I mean, I guess I am, because everybody is in some way with something. But I like a lot of people, I strive to break free of those chains, if you know what I mean.
I
You know?
want to break free. Name that artist. Queen. Want to break free. I can't sing. Boy, I could say that again. He can sing.
Yeah, Ozzy was good as gold. All this, he wasn't demonic. Thank you very much
No,
as
that
well,
was
Lisa.
off the show. He was a Christian man about that.
That is the difference between a showman, right, and what they do with pop stars. That is a different thing. Ozzy was part of a band. They were not demonic. They just thought it was
A
funny
gimmick.
because
It's on record.
It was a gimmick, right? They were gimmicks. It was a whole
No,
gimmick.
he did enjoy wearing all the jewelry, the crosses, and the eye makeup.
Yeah.
You know.
No, but he had crosses in every. He was religious. He believed in
He
God,
hated trying on clothes, though.
right? He had crosses all around his house. That man.
Yes, Christian. He wasn't Catholic. He was a Christian man by faith.
Yeah, he was a Christian man. He come from a Christian nation. This is what England is.
Mm-hmm.
Hello there, Pamela. Are you well?
Hey,
Jolly
Pam.
good. It's Pam, everybody. I wonder who that is.
I have no clue.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't have a clue. Oh, boy then, Kafida. Yeah, cheers for the chat. See, always leaves me in the lurch, doesn't she, eh? She don't care, does she? She'll be back any second now. Yeah. See, you're rubbish, shouldn't you?
Dadgummit. I went to scroll down or up, or anyway, I pulled down a little too far and it refreshed the page. True potential. Or the dilemma one. True potential.
Yeah, Alice Cooper's another one who's just a cool guy.
Hey,
It's
sis,
a
I
gimmick.
see you.
It's an image.
Peekaboo.
He loves his golf. He loves his God. You know what I mean? He's cool as you like. He doesn't get involved with all these weirdos, mate. Sorry about me coughing all the time, guys. I just still haven't got rid of this cough. I got the joy of the dentist tomorrow. I can't wait.
Oh, it was me. Who were you talking about, Larry?
Alice Cooper.
Oh, I'm poison. School south of the river. D-Rock, if he's in the Hacienda studio chat, he's a fan also. He went to a concert last year.
D-Rock loves the real music. He loves real bands.
He's always going to some event or something.
Yeah, yeah. He's always going to a. Like I said, I've never been. I
think
lie. I
D-Rock's
lie. I tell a
mom
lie. I tell a lie. I
with
went to a
him.
Gary Newman concert years ago with John. With John.
Now, what's that song that you do? He sings.
What do you mean?
You sing a
Used
Gary
to.
Newman.
I used to do Cars. I used to do Our Friends Electric.
Okay. Here in my car, the safest.
Yeah.
Who's gonna take you home?
No, that's Drive.
No, that's Drive. Yeah. Anyway, hello, Lisa and Shelley, all you lovely lasses, and my sisters in
Did
here.
I say hello to you, John? I'm sure I did in the chat, but hello, John. Anyway,
John Keller, howdy.
Yeah.
Now if you want to know where to go eat at in some places, he may be a good advisor on that. Some of this, you'll just drool at some of the things he.
You went to the Doobie Brothers, did you, Lisa? That's cool.
Facebook. Good stuff. Good eating. John, you do put up some things I have no idea about, but I have to go look it up, as one does. Google that mess. And so far, it's all edible stuff. It's nothing. I'm not eating that material, I nearly sucked the bottom out of that. My daughter brought me a coffee. That was a good macchiato.
£150 per ticket?
What? Where? When? What you talking about, Willis?
For the Doobie Brothers, £150 per ticket. That's disgusting.
Wow, that's scalping.
That's just scandalous. It's scandalous.
How dare they? They should be ashamed of themselves.
$150, mate. That's just. And that's another reason why I don't go to concerts, because I don't believe any artist is worth that kind of money. It's just ridiculous.
I've been to what they call Fun Fest or whatever around here, 4th of July events, out at the park or whatnot. But an actual concert, never been to one, never. As much as I love music.
No, nor have I. Like I said, I went to Gary Newman with John, and to me it was horrendous because the sound in our guild hall, it was our local guild hall in Southampton, and the sound in there is just absolute crap. It just the walls are too reflective, and the sound was just bouncing around. It was horrible, absolutely wishy-washy. Wasn't Gary Newman's fault and his band's fault.
The brick in the wall.
It was the fault of the crappy place, I saw Howard Jones once as well in it, but it was in a pub. It was in a pub.
I think it might be an artist, but I think there's a football. Well, probably in the football.
He's from Southampton. Howard Jones is from Southampton.
Sounds familiar.
I think it's more Lyndhurst, but.
Okay, you gonna play a tune?
Yeah, Devil Went Down to Georgia is a bloody great song.
The old steel.
The
Devil at the Crossroads type thing. You can do better than that. Lee can sing and everything.
Yeah, a little bit. I can sing here and there.
Prove it. I dare you.
I have a tendency to sing here and there. You know what I mean? It's just that
that.
kind of guy I am.
I'd reckon.
Right. That's a brilliant song. That is. I love that song.
Which one is it?
That's the song that they used to play when Trump walked out on stage, wasn't it? Yeah. Lee Greenwood, yeah. Sing
Lee
God
Greenwood,
bless.
you know of him?
God bless the USA.
There's the parody guy that. Anyway, he has a song. Something about the first back squirrel revival. That's funny. He's a parody singer. I forget his
First
name.
went on sale at $200. I mean, that's just absolute ridiculous, that is.
He reminded me of Lee Greenwood a little bit, but he has a song also called
Yeah,
"Where Did My Socks Go
it's a brilliant song. Like,
When I Put 'Em in the Dryer."
funny thing is, I feel a very big affinity to the USA because, as you know, I don't know who really knows this, but the Mayflower left from Southampton with the first pilgrims on it and went to America. So, you know,
1492.
1492 from where I live right now, Southampton, from this
Cool.
dock,
Wow.
the Mayflower went from
That's
this
where that
from
ship
this
set
port.
sail.
From this port, the first pilgrims set sail from this
I did not
from
know
my
that.
port in Southampton and left for the United States. Well, you didn't know that about the
A
Mayflower?
lot of immigrants land that came over in like Ellis, St. Ellis, Ellis Island. I mean,
Now the cheapest tickets are just below $400. Oh my God!
that's criminal
Oh.
activity.
That is extortion. It is literal extortion. Oh, today
They
is
were
Mayflower
150
Day, is
now
it?
they're that much.
That's crazy, isn't it? How mad's that that I
Wow.
started speaking about that?
Cool. Thanks,
How
Lisa.
crazy is it?
That's
I was just talking about my affinity with the United States.
synchronicities, man.
That's
not
what. That's
coincidence.
why. Yeah, it was.
Synchronicities.
That is synchronicity, definitely. That's why I've got an affinity for that song. When I hear that song, God Bless the USA, and I'm proud to be an American. That one, isn't it?
At
You
least
know.
I know.
At
I'm
least I
free.
know I'm free.
God bless the men who died, who gave that right to me, and
And I'll
I'm
gladly
glad
stand up next to
to
you.
you and defend her still today. There ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
That's it, yeah. Oh, sends shivers up my spine, that does. Brilliant song. Absolutely brilliant. So you can tell where my allegiances lie as well, by the way, can't you, from that? I
I pledge
suppose.
allegiance to
Yeah.
the flag.
No, I'm English through and through. Don't get me wrong.
He's not British,
But,
he's English.
but not British. I am not British.
How dare
I
you.
am English. I am the original. You know, and my family's
can't fly certain
generations
flags,
go
though.
back. My family's generations go back 500 years or something. You know.
My lineage is Scots-Irish, McNaughtons. It come from a word,
Yeah, I live in Southampton. You look up Southampton. Southampton itself as a city now is very much declined. But this is where the Titanic left from before
Wow.
it sank.
All
This is
aboard.
where the Mayflower left from. This is the place where the Victory was, first of all. Then it moved to Portsmouth. Yeah. This was where the QE2 used to berth all the time as well.
What?
The Queen Elizabeth II, the Queen's ship.
I
And the
think
Queen
Mayor
Mary.
was
And the Queen
educate
Mary.
me about some of that once.
Southampton
on
Docks,
this
mate,
course.
was one of the most famous docks in the world.
What's the name of the port or dock?
Southampton.
Oh, well, okay. I know it's down. I know you're down. I knew that you were down there at the water, down all the way at the bottom there. Mike used to live at the very edge of Louisiana. I forget the name of it. Not Corpus
Louisiana?
Christi, but maybe somewhere. Can't remember. But it was you said at the end of the world. Yeah, it was all the way down there. Nothing but water after that. I have to ask him where that was. I forget. See that? Right? So curious. Hey, Mike. Mike. He isn't in the house. Where is
Well, if you go to the Tudor house in Southampton, we've only got one Tudor museum, and if you go in there, it tells you all about the Mayflower and stuff, and about Southampton's connection to it.
He has
I
left
don't
the
know.
building. He didn't
I
put
don't
his.
know. I don't know about the black monks. I don't know what that is.
Well, he may have said it when my daughter was leaving and I didn't hear him or something. There's Mr. Loki. Ah, buddy. Look at the pretty cute cat. Oh, that's my buddy. He's a big old boy. Laying up on the pajamas in here. Like a king. Hi, big boy. It's a sweet baby. So if anyone is in my neck of the woods and would like a kitty cat, I have 2 boys and 2 girls. Come see me. Message me something. Yeah. They're so cute. But they're going under the road, like the water drainage tunnel thing under the road. And they're coming up on the other side and they're getting in the road.
Here you
Not a
go.
fan of
Right.
that.
So Southampton played a pivotal role in the history of the Mayflower, as it
We learned
was the
something today,
departure.
Ad.
It was the departure point for the Pilgrims. Yeah. The ship set sail from West Key on August 15th, 1620, carrying 102 passengers, including the Puritan separatists, who later became known as American Founding Fathers. The Mayflower and her sister ship, Speedwell, were significant in shaping the American
There's Santa
Constitution,
Maria. No.
and where they took the Constitution from our Magna Carta and you improved upon it, basically. And really, what we should have done is imported it back here. But yeah, so there you go in black and white. I just thought I'd share that. Look, so Southampton played a pivotal role in
Magna
the
Carta.
history of the
That's an
Mayflower,
old.
as it was the departure point for the Pilgrims. And like I said, it left from a place called West Key, which is literally.
Is there a manifest or a list? I wonder if there's an actual list.
I
killing
expect there's a
individuals.
manifest of people's
The
names,
people
and I suspect
items, yeah.
everybody in America can trace their lineage. Well, most people can trace their lineage back to the Mayflower.
Now there
There you
was over in Scotland or Ireland. I forget where. I forget the name. Not Argyll.
Look,
Argyll.
Mayflower 400 Southampton City Council. There you go.
Leicester. Anybody? It's something like Leicester. A big area there where records were kept years ago.
Videos of Southampton
There was a big
and
fire.
the Mayflower ship. So you can
Some
find all
stuff
sorts of things about it.
destroyed. Some stuff was kept that was even destroyed though, and through modern tech and all this and that, even burnt pieces of paper, they've used their computers and stuff to go through little microscopic layers of stuff and have pulled out some of the info, which is amazing. I love to watch a show on stuff like that. Some of the old documents, charters, manifests, whatever, were destroyed, but some were kept. I don't know why they kept it. Maybe it's like partial.
Like I said,
partial
right,
record or something?
Southampton itself isn't spoken about a lot, right? But we have one of the a lot of scientific innovations came from our universities, from Southampton University. You'll be surprised how many things came from Southampton University. It will blow your mind. Like I said, this city isn't overspoken about, but like I said, it was basically you are you because of my city.
You are you.
You are
you.
all you. You are all you. All right.
That sounds like a you problem.
If you're descendants from the Mayflower, which a lot of you probably are. So
Who made who?
the whole reason you have a constitution is because of our Magna Carta, right? And the whole reason that there was colonies over there was because of the Mayflower that left from West Key, which is basically down in our city centre.
Down in our
shoreline.
hole and I don't
So, yeah.
I'm still on that word that you were talking about earlier. Uh, Trypophia.
Yeah, we've
Fear of holes.
we've got numerous documentation about actual documentation in our museum. I think the manifest is actually down there
Ooh,
in our
can you
museum,
pull it
in the
up
Tudor
and share
Museum,
your screen?
because it was in Tudor times. So yeah. Anyway, what do I know? I know nothing.
I don't know
Yeah.
much, but I know I love you. Peter Cetera.
No. That may
Then who?
be all I
Chicago.
need to know. Oh, yeah. Spain did a number over in the US, didn't they? Spain did. But Spain did a number everywhere, didn't they?
Linda Ronstadt and Aaron Neville.
Yeah, Aaron
I
Neville,
don't
yeah.
know much, but I know I love
Mr.
you.
Warty
He had
Wart
another
Wart,
song.
as I call him, Mr. Warty Wart. He had a
Aaron Neville
massive
would call
wart.
him Mr.
Had a massive wart on his face, didn't he?
Oh, I thought there was a different version. Bette Midler recorded a version.
Oh,
Under
don't
her
talk to me
title, it's
about
called
Bette
All I Need
Midler.
to Know.
That is one of the most vile women that is on the planet, Bette Midler.
It reached the charts
Absolute
at number
vile
77 in
woman.
1983. Barry Mann, not it doesn't say Manilow, Barry Mann re-recorded the song with Brenda Russell. Okay.
Don't know.
Well, he kind of reminded me of
What's
Peter
that? Lee
Cetera.
for a what's this? Lee for a black monk poltergeist. Google 30 East Drive, Pontaract. 30.
Linda Ronstadt never married.
Here we go.
Aaron Neville was
What are
from
we
New
talking about
Orleans.
here? We talking ghost stories here? Is that what we're
Ooh, let's
talking?
do. That's
30
up my
East Drive, the Black Monk Pontaract.
I've heard
What's this? I don't
I've
want
heard
that
that.
crap. Go away. Just can you give me the story without, having
30
to...
West what?
Oh, this is definitely England. I can tell straight away by the build.
Robert Redford? No.
What, is he dead?
Yeah, passed away this morning. Thanks, Lisa.
Oh, no. Poor old Robert. He had a
Oh
long
wait,
innings,
that
though, didn't he?
address. That's where the kids were like levitating over in England. They were levitating off the bed. There was movies about it.
Oh,
People
right.
came in and um, I think
Ah.
police even saw some things flying across the room or something. I know that address. Pontefract. Yeah, yeah.
Ah.
I know that. I believe that's what that is. I haven't Googled it yet,
Ah.
but I've got it
All
split
right.
screen here. I'm trying to Google it.
Okay.
Well, you're saying a black monk. Then which one am I thinking of then? I thought it was like, it's known as an address. So
30 East Drive, Black Monk's Cursed, England, most haunted
that's it.
house.
This other place is known as
Why
an
haven't I heard?
address,
I
though.
probably have heard of this, but
Like
it's just gone out
3030
of my,
maybe or
out
something.
of my
I
memory.
don't know what it is. Let me Google
I
that.
say my house wasn't the most mellowest of houses where it came to spiritual stuff. Yeah.
Enfield, 284 Green Street.
So basically a monk was haunting it, were they? Is that what this is? The Black Monk. That's what I'm taking from that anyway. I'm not going to go too far into it because I'll have to have a look at that later. That ain't an image, is it? That's not a real image. That can't be a real image.
I've
Surely
heard of the
not.
Pontefract, though. Pontefract. Pontefract.
The most
can
famous
never
one
say
I've
that
heard
word.
of, house-wise, is the Amityville house.
Oh, yeah. A lot of
And
houses supposedly haunted too.
what about you remember the film The Entity? That was
Yes.
supposed to be based on a true story, wasn't it? About a ghost that raped a
Mm-hmm.
woman.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cisco played that
Constantly
on
raped. He
her
constantly raped her and pulled
Rumble
her
and
around.
whatnot. Yeah. Like, yeah, more of a demonic
Is that Black
smell
Mark
nature.
the one they saw where the highway was being built in England?
Pontefract.
I've no idea. I don't know about it. But it just
That's
looks like a
creepy.
normal. To me, that as well though looks like a normal kind of council house, you know, on a normal kind of council estate. It's crazy. That's my sort of style of house almost. Apart from, I haven't got
Black
windows
Monk.
on the right and left
Violent
there. I've got
hauntings in the
my
60s
door
and
there,
70s
and then
involving the Pritchard family. That sounds familiar too.
what's that? Amityville.
The Black Monk
Oh,
was referred to as Fred. It was a violent haunting that occurred in the 60s and 70s involving the Pritchard family.
all right, okay. The Pritchard family, eh? Pritchard.
Fred, believed by some to be a figure who was hanged on the property's site. Objects flying, violent phenomenon. Objects flying around, I guess, like poltergeist activity, maybe.
I like the way they've taken that photograph purposefully at night to make it look spooky.
Gained worldwide attention, becoming the subject of a film titled "When the Lights Go
Do
Out."
excuse me.
This house has been
What's this?
opened to the public
Lee,
for
it was
paranormal
a normal
investigations.
council house. No one lived there since the 1960s. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was a very normal sort of
Checkerfield
council house.
Estate.
That looks very 70s kind of styling carpet, and then the old electric fire there on the thing. My nana had one of them in her flat. Yeah. What's this? No offense to any coloured people. I'm just researching some strange stuff. What? I don't want to think about that, mate. We're allowed to speak normality in here, you know. We're just normal people. We don't have to think about our own
Mike.
thoughts and our speech all the time here. You know
Hey,
what I mean?
when you lived in
I
Louisiana,
know that
down there
nobody
at the
here is
very
purposefully
bottom,
being
the water's edge. What was the name
racist
of the
or any
place?
of those crap. I wouldn't even say those things to people. You speak your mind, you say words, right? Words are God-given, you know what I mean? Not for anybody to take away. There's certain things that are hateful, and people shouldn't say certain things. You know, like the people celebrating the Charlie Kirk death. I mean, I think those people are just sick in the head. And you know, I wouldn't want them working for me if I owned a company, I can tell you that. And I wouldn't want them serving me a burger either.
Mike lived in Louisiana. That was all the way down at the bottom, the edge of the water. At some point, I don't know if there was a point further out than that or not. But where he lived, it was nothing beyond that except
So
water.
you live close to that, dear Ben?
Venice,
That's nuts, mate.
Venice, Venice, like Venice.
That's nuts.
Venice.
That's nutty.
He lives where? What?
Yeah, I'm me. I mean, that was
Okay, so do.
a father of two young children, and they witnessed his assassination.
Wow.
And the little girl ran to him. I mean, if your heart don't break for that sort of thing, I'm getting teared up just thinking about it. You know, when you get that feeling there, oh, that's just. Oh. How people can even think like that, I have no idea.
Hang on just a second.
Compose myself here. I didn't agree with everything he said either, but at the end of the day, he was only discussing things in the one place where you're supposed to discuss things and debate things in colleges. you know, giving people a chance to have their say anyway. He didn't throw any hate their way. I say, I'm not having that here anyway. I'm not talking about it. Yeah. The whole thing's not just, it's skewy, mate. It's skewy.
I'm here, Lee. I'm just talking to Mark for a second.
Yeah, you're right, Lisa. I said I was subscribed to him because I'd watch. I subscribe to a lot of different things. I don't just see it as left and right and stuff like this. I don't see that in my head. I see good people and bad people, right? Or people that are just talking and people that can't stand you saying anything, right? So the problem with this is we've got a problem over here. Our freedom of speech over here is being quashed, and yet our disgusting government try and make out that no, freedom of speech is wonderful over here. We've had it for many, many years and we want to protect it. Yeah. So why are you locking people up then? For saying things. Like I said, and he blatantly, our Keir Starmer blatantly lied to Trump and said, oh, we have freedom of speech and we're getting rid of 30,000 of them. No, you're not, you liar. No, you're not. And anybody that says anything against it is demonised and put in prison. That's freedom of speech, is it? There's freedom of speech as well, and there's not freedom from consequence. And though the law can't do anything about, you shouldn't be able to do anything about your speech, we as humans can, right? So with freedom of speech comes consequence. So if you say a certain thing, expect consequence. If it's something that's hateful or something, expect more language back at you that is consequential of what you said. Yep. Good. Like I said, I've always said this, right? Many years ago I said this. Freedom of speech is freedom of thought. If you take away certain words and remove them from society, eventually people won't make coalitions with thought, with any sort of situation. So, for instance, it's hard to explain it, but if you take away the word hate, over years and years and years, people will have no way of explaining what they mean by hate. You understand? It's important. The only combat against bad speech is more speech. The reason why there's the reason why there was always like town squares is for if someone said something that everybody else found offensive or whatever, they would all say to them, that is offensive what you said there, blah, blah, and everybody's on the same page. That person then is supposed to self-reflect and go, maybe you're right, because all these people wouldn't have that same opinion if I was the one that was right, because I'd have more people in solidarity with my statement. And that's why you do that. That's why we want these people as well to oust themselves, these evil people that laughed at like Charlie Kirk's death and stuff, right? That sort of sickness needs to be pointed out because then we know who they are. It's no good them keeping it to themselves. It's a good thing that they've said it. It's not a good thing, but it's good for us to notice, that's who you are, is it? Okay, so we know your mindset. And it's like these other people that are saying, if I knew someone who voted for Trump, I'd spit in their burger, and they worked in a burger place. Well, funny enough, they lost their job. Well, that's what you get for creating a TikTok where you're saying if a conservative come in here, oh, do I spit in it? Do I wipe my nose in it? You know what? Do you know what I mean? And then some guy that owned a business, a bar, he said, if I knew you were conservative, I'd piss in your beer. Well, guess what happened to his business? Yeah, exactly. No.
Well, I can just say, well, obviously,
There's a new resurgence of conservative. There's a conservative uprising the whole world over. If you go and listen to Dr. Stephen Turley, he might help you out a little bit in the way you're seeing things, because he's a doctor of he's a political analyst. He's got many attributes, many bows to his, many feathers to his bow, sort of thing. You know what I mean? He's a really smart guy. And
I was going to erase
basically a political analyst, and what he's saying is the world is turning on the deep state, basically. You know, the cabal, right? The ones who are doing the devil worship shit, right? The ones that create all this symbolism and division, like the George Soroses of the world, who pay for protesters to go around. When there's the Black Lives Matters riots, right? In all that time, George Soros owned building companies, and what he used to do was he was dropping off crates in these cities where he was inciting violence, basically, and leaving metal poles and bricks for these people in shadow, in masks and everything, to go and throw and use to bash things. You know, it's them sort of people we need to get rid of. You know, metaphorically, not physically. Yeah, I won't even get involved on that. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm just sick of the whole thing. I don't care what happens over there. I don't give a shit about any of those other countries. I care about my country, because what's happening in our country is important. And they can fight their own battles, these people. You know, we have enough problems of our own. And I'm just sick of hearing it, to be honest. And I'm sure you are. I'm sure everybody is. You know, the whole, and there's these weirdos going around, free Palestine, and sticking up flags everywhere and stuff. It's just ridiculous. And half of them, if they went over there, they'd get thrown out of a building or something. So it just cracks me up. Absolutely cracks me up. Yeah, I've tried to do that, mate, but it's hard nowadays, because you only have to have a certain point of view, mate, and now you're hard right. You're and this whole throwing around the world, you're a Nazi. You're this. Well, people kill people for things like that, because who wouldn't want to get rid of Hitler? You know, that sort of rhetoric is the stuff I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear it.
James Corden was the late night TV show host I was talking about earlier, where I saw Sam Smith on, where he and James Corden.
I don't trust one person in charge of the government, mate. I will never give my faith in the government. No, not a chance.
I'm assuming whoever John Oliver is took place.
Who's my favourite actor or actress?
Of James.
Keanu Reeves.
Oh, he's good. No, like Tom Hardy.
Not because he's a good actor. He's very kind of wooden, right?
He's a good person.
But as a person, I absolutely adore him. I think he's a great bloke. And not only that, he's got his own motorcycle company, which is after my own heart as well. And he's just a genuine guy. And I'll tell you what else, Willem Dafoe, he's another one, goes around dressed like a tramp, don't go around showing off, I've got this and I've got that. Woody Harrelson, I like Woody Harrelson, he's a decent guy. I also like, what's his name, the Texan? Come on. Interstellar, what's his name? Come on.
Matt Damon.
No, Matt Damon.
McConaughey. Matthew. All right.
Matthew McConaughey, yeah.
I said
Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey, I think he's a great guy. And that's about it. I'll tell you who I can't stand. There's about 1,000 of them. Starting with Mr. Platform Shoes.
Who?
You know?
Who's that?
You know, I can't even remember his name now because he's irrelevant. Absolutely
Platform
irrelevant.
shoes. Elton John?
No, Platform Shoes. He's an actor.
You know the people.
All the gangster films. He used to be in all the gangster films and that. What's his name?
I'm thinking of Joe Pesci. I don't know.
No, not Joe Pesci. Robert De Niro. That's the asshole.
Oh.
That's him. He's scum. That bloke is utter scum. And
Really?
thick as hell. Yeah, he's utter scum, that man. Utter scum. The same as that Rosie O'Donnell, she's absolutely scum.
Oh, Lord.
And dumb. And Whoopi Goldberg, absolute dumbass and stupid and nasty.
I'm not a fan of
evil
Oprah
bitch.
Winfrey anymore. I haven't been for years.
Oprah's another one. She's an asshole.
She's like almost up the alley of one of those people that some people worship. I'm like, oh my goodness, she's just a lady who got good at asking tough questions. She used to be a weather girl or news girl or something years ago in Chicago.
They're
when
all
she first
vile
started out.
people.
She would ask the tough questions and people noticed. But she got big. It's what you get for not having no fear and for sticking with what you like.
Yeah, I like
huge,
normal. Right, I tell you what it is. I like people that aren't out for over gratification of what they do. All right, like I said, the good carpenter down the road sort of thing doesn't want everybody in the world to appreciate their table. It would be nice for them, but that's not what they set out for, and that's not why they do carpentry. They do carpentry because of the love of wood, right? And the same reason that I do music for the love of music, not for what I can get from it. It's
Do some music.
Sorry?
Do some music, Lee.
Do some music. I started to earlier, but then we was too busy chatting. It's a good thing.
Anybody have a request?
No, we'll be shutting out the show any second anyway, so...
True potential. Unless you go for gold and you get 5 gold.
You got no chance now, mate. No
Get
chance
10
now.
minutes. Whoop, whoop.
We got like 10 minutes or whatever.
Well, if y'all want a bonus hour and it be music filled,
I don't know the devil went down Georgia, I'm afraid. Sorry about that.
it's got some wild, not violin stuff in there. You know, those wild
Morgan
sounds.
Freeman, he's another one, another decent geezer. You're absolutely right.
He didn't get
Yeah.
his big break till he's what, like 50?
It's not about his work for charity. It's about him as a person, right?
I
Like
like
I
his
said, I
voice.
don't buy into this philanthropy crap either, right? That's like saying Bill Gates is a good bloke because he's a philanthropist. No, they use that as a cover to hide who they truly are, those people. The fact
He
that
has-
the extra fact that Morgan Freeman gives to charity is not what he wants people to talk about. The same as he doesn't want people to talk about his colour, right? Because when he was asked, you know, what do you think about this? He said, why don't you just stop talking about it? Simple.
That's not poignant.
He's Morgan Freeman. He is a bloke. I'm Lee Guilfoyle. I'm a bloke. There you go. That's all you need to know. You know?
Color's obvious unless you are color. You're blind and you can't see any colors at all.
No,
Anything at all.
I know what you're
But
saying, Ben. I know
I'm
what
sure
you're
they
saying,
can
Ben.
hear
It's not
it.
a problem, but
It's
I just, like
irrelevant.
I said, it's irrelevant that he does that. You know what I mean? It's irrelevant that he gives to charity. That's, he's got
Oh,
the
I mean,
money
it's
to be able to
color.
do that. And I'm sure if I had the money to do those sort of things, I'd also do those sort of things. But I probably wouldn't advertise it. I wouldn't tell anybody that I do
Be
these
a
things.
human. Share the wealth. I don't care if you were born with a silver spoon
Share
up,
your
up
wealth
your
and not
hoo-hoo.
listen.
Be a
This is
nice
all we,
fella or
it,
lass.
in life. All we're here to do is share each other's time and knowledge, right? So
Don't share hate.
you know,
Make warm somebody's heart. Smile
well,
at people.
and
As bad as the
the other
day
thing
as
is as
you're
well,
having,
if you can enhance someone else's
others are
life,
about to have a breakdown. Give them a smile.
that's what you do. That's it. Yeah, try and give them the time. I'll tell you who else as well is Roy Woods. What's his name? Is it Roy Woods? No.
The tall, blondish, dirty blondish hair.
No.
There's a
He always plays quite a hard character. Is it Roy Woods?
I'm thinking of James Woods.
James Woods, that's it. He's another good guy.
That's who I was thinking of.
He's another decent guy with a decent head on his shoulders.
Tall, slim guy, dirty blonde hair. It can
No,
be
he's
kind of quirky.
He's
and
white
something.
hair now. He used to have black hair.
Oh well,
didn't he?
yeah. My dad didn't like. He played in the.
I don't know.
movie
I don't know who John Rich is.
Gene
Denzel
Hackman.
Washington. Denzel Washington, another great actor, great person.
He's all right
I
to me.
think there
yeah,
are a
he's good.
few. There are a few actors that I think are really decent people, but they are overshadowed by the amount of disgusting, vile people that there are, and that's the problem.
I like Amy Adams. She's played different characters before and done good at it. I like Emily Blunt. I like Tom Hardy.
Yeah, but Emily Blunt. See, I loved Emily Blunt until I heard some of her opinions, and I'm like, oh.
See, I don't follow much of that. I probably wouldn't like them if I got into that. As an actor, though, just based on that alone.
Yeah, see, I
nothing
don't base anything on that, right? It's like
I'd be biased if
I'd say this, right? Tom Hanks, one of the greatest actors to ever have lived. As a human being, he's vile, and I hate
actors
him.
have opinions too, and I might not like them. So
Well, I don't hate him because I don't hate anybody, but
I like Jensen Ackles
I
too.
dislike
from
him
Supernatural.
intensely. Tom Hanks, like I said, I can't deny his acting ability. Absolutely fabulous actor, but as a human being, vile.
Oh,
Vile
my dad
human
didn't
being.
like Gene Hackman or Tom Selleck.
Jim Caviezel, absolutely
he's a good
diamond
one.
of a fella. He's a
He's a good
diamond of a
actor.
fella. He is.
We're trying to
Another
think
one
of
as well.
one day.
Another one as well. Who else? Right? Who else? Who always uses Jim Caviezel in his films?
I don't know.
Come on.
Spielberg? No.
Think about this. A copper, a cop that was always a rogue, always worked with a black cop. Him and
Mel Gibson?
Yeah, there you go. I was trying to give a
All over
description.
this shit.
Mel
Dan
Gibson,
Glover.
mate, another one. And if you notice, all the people that are loved, that are decent human beings, are all hated by Hollywood.
He was a rogue and had
What does that tell you?
I don't know how I knew what you were talking about. You said the black cop or something, maybe. Hey, it could have been Eddie Murphy for all I know, but hey, I got it right. Mel Gibson. Tom Selleck, though, my dad didn't like him, but I think it was in California or somewhere where about 10 to 20 years ago, there was a water crisis, or Vegas, maybe. It was in Vegas. I'm not sure now. And people were having to limit their water usage, conserve it, because it was drying up. There was a lack of water in places. They didn't want people's sprinklers on, this and that and the other. Tom Selleck didn't change a thing, and he was fine, I reckon.
Tom
pretty good.
Selleck was a
He
very,
didn't
very
care.
very down to earth guy. I'll tell you who else as
That's
well.
what I thought. Yeah.
Baywatch.
Greedy with water.
Baywatch. What's his name? Baywatch.
His name.
Hasselhoff.
Oh.
Hasselhoff,
Yeah.
another decent bloke, mate. Do you know what people got wrong about him? is he used to use his looks and the show-off thing as a gimmick, right?
I never thought he was
Because he never,
Yeah.
no, but he never,
hot.
just hear me out. No, but he was, though. He was
Yeah, and I can
adorned
see
by
why people thought that,
right?
but not me.
But he used to use it. It was a thing. He played up to it, right? So he didn't really
Yeah.
care for himself like that, but he played up
Yeah.
to the thing, right? You know, and went, hey, ladies, yeah, sort of thing. It was a
How you
joke to him,
doing?
right?
Yeah.
He wasn't that man, but he used the arrogance as a character. You know what
But
I
he
mean?
wasn't like that. Yeah.
He was just a likable bloke. He's just a very normal bloke. He's very much loved in Germany, you know.
Well, hey, it's like that old guy from that old show. He used to grab ass and all that stuff on the show, comedy show, black and white show, and you kind of knew him there in real life, and he wasn't like that at all. They portrayed him to be kind of comically vulgar. He was talking about him one day. It wasn't as far back as Costello or Three Stooges. It was after that, I believe. You know, the silly music would play, kind of like a silent film. Had paddy wagons, and he'd try to help a lady like on a bus or something, and he'd accidentally grab her butt and be like, "Oh my," you know, that kind of humor. I forget
Jackie
who-
Gleason. Oh, Jackie
You
Gleason
like
was such a
you
dude.
like him.
Such an absolute dude. He was well into the UFO thing as well. Jackie Gleason was, mate. He loved it.
There's several
Well,
presidents, not only Carter, but
He
several
was
others.
he was mates with a couple of the presidents, wasn't he? Anyway,
Blink
listen. Look at the
182
time.
guy,
Look at
he's
the
into
time,
it.
guys. Look at the time.
Uh-oh. Still have time for a goal. We could get a bonus hour of music.
Yeah, you're not going to get it,
If
mate.
you made it.
No, it's like 2 minutes away.
With 5 fine people to make 5 fine donuts on the go.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Done
We
it in
say,
4 minutes. Let's see, 2 minutes can be
spelt that
done.
way. It's like John Wayne wasn't John Wayne, was it? What was his real
Do you
name?
know who
Come
I
on.
was talking about, though, Lee?
Come on, what was John Wayne's real name?
Jim.
No.
John, I don't know. I forget. I think Ozzy's was John Michael John Osborne. No, I do like finding out that stuff sometimes, or comparing people's actors' names or artists' names
Right,
to the real name.
Do you want to know his real name? It was
Yes.
Marion.
Okay.
John Wayne's real name was Marion Robert Morrison. Elton John's name was Reginald Dwight.
Reginald.
All right, Reggie.
Regina.
Oh, dear. Brilliant.
Elton John. I like the name Elton, but Reggie. Elton's better. But you
Rodney
make this stuff
Dangerfield.
up.
There you go.
Oh, Lord.
Rodney Dangerfield was bloody brilliant.
Wait, the guy I'm trying to think of would have been like a Rodney Dangerfield back in his day. The black and
I
white.
used to love the way he used to
shows.
cross his eyes and make his eyes go
Oh,
big.
Lord,
like-
crazy eyes. The former cop. God rest
They
her
would
soul,
be,
but
he would be
reminded me of
cancelled.
him.
He would be cancelled instantly today, mate. No way could you have another Rodney Dangerfield in this day and age. Where we are knackered because people are way too sensitive to everything, and you know there'll be outrage. That's why all TV and films and TV shows now are lame as hell. Anyway, listen, guys, it is that time.
I'm Googling this show.
And as much I've loved the chat and everything, it is time to
School of Ladybugs.
it's time to end the show. So, Kafida, if you please.
Yes, Uncle Buck. That was John Candy. Anyway, I
Uncle
will
Buck was great.
find
John
out.
Candy was great.
I'll find out
He was
the
a
name
Canadian
of
though.
this
He
show.
wasn't American.
But it's somebody, I think, Lee, you knew him kind of personally. I mean,
Who?
those black and white shows, the guy would accidentally grab a lady's butt or boob, breast, and be like, oh my. And that'd be like the
Oh,
funny
Mr.
part.
Grimsdale. He smells so rank. Oh,
Who?
Mr. Grimsdale.
Huh? That don't ring a bell?
No, don't worry. Don't worry.
It wasn't
Oh,
Abbott
oh.
Costello. It was shot kind of like a silent film or whatever, you know. Some of it.
Yeah,
on
I was
purpose.
just talking about
It was an old guy.
Old guy.
Older guy on the show, yeah. Like over 50, 60, older man, yeah.
On
They
whose show?
portrayed him like a pervy like guy, but he wasn't like that in real life. You said he was a
Oh,
really nice
Benny
man.
Hill. Benny Hill. Yeah, I knew Benny
Thank
Hill. Yeah.
you. Yes, that is it.
Yeah,
Ding,
I,
ding,
I
ding.
actually used to talk to him regularly. Yeah.
Now, who was it that you just said there a minute ago? I didn't
Oh
understand
no,
that.
don't worry about that. That was just Oh my God, I can't even remember his name now.
Is that
Norman
the one that
Wisdom.
you imitate backstage sometimes?
Norman Wisdom. Yeah.
And then another guy that when you drag all your hair down, you imitate.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know who that is. And who's the name, the actor you've been compared to, your looks? I always forget.
Read the comments. Well, what have I missed, Lisa? What's the matter?
What's going on?
I
Far
don't know.
out.
Lisa
That
keeps
was
saying,
one
read the
thing.
comments. I've read loads
So
of the
she's
comments.
talking about
Charlie Chaplin.
Uncle Buck. Yeah, I saw Lisa said Uncle Buck. John Candy, yeah.
Uncle Buck's one of my favourite ones. Yeah, Trains, Planes, and Automobiles.
Is that what you're talking about, Lisa? Where he was talking about John Candy?
I loved Cool Runnings, which was John Candy's last
Oh,
film.
yeah. Jamaican man.
Yeah. You know, in
I saw Lisa
Jamaica, we can't
comment about John
believe
Candy.
Jamaica, we have a bobsled team.
Yes, take care of that cough, as Shelley said.
Yeah, don't worry, I will. It's all right. It is what
Well,
it is.
we
isn't it?
always enjoy talking to you guys, too. We talk about it backstage. Oh, you remember when such and such said this? Or blah, blah, blah. We're like, oh, she's a nice
Look
gal. He's a
further
nice
back in
lad.
comments.
Good
What am I
guy, good
looking
fella.
for, Lisa? Just tell me.
Yeah,
What have I
Benny
missed?
Hill. Oh, she was named Benny Hill. I'll scroll.
Oh, she was saying about Benny Hill, was she?
Thank you, Jackie Gleason, Benny Hill. Thank you. Yeah,
Oh, right, okay.
I've got it on split screen. I was trying to Google it over there, and so half of my screen is the show here, and half of that, a quarter of the screen is chat, a quarter of the screen is the picture of me and you on stage there, or what you call it, on stage studio. So on my far left is me and you at the top, my options down at the bottom. And then the next quarter is the chat. And I was scrolled all the way over, so I couldn't even see the chat. Then 2 quarters, half of the phone there's Google. So the chat was in the middle and I was all the way over. I couldn't see a thing about the chat. But yeah, I'd been like, Benny Hill, thank you, Lisa. But Lee finally guessed it anyway. Drove me crazy not being able to think of it. Come back on
Yeah.
Tuesdays,
Like I said-
Thursdays, Saturdays. Enjoy some music, some chat, some banter, good or bad. Hey, I'm always just picking on Lee. I'm never serious. I mean, Lee wouldn't put up with me if I was serious. No. About anything. I'm always joking. So if I offend anybody, sorry. Now get over it. Let's be friends again. Go on.
Everybody knows when I'm serious.
I
'cause
don't mean
go on
nothing.
everybody
Well,
knows
I
when
mean,
I'm
you know.
serious because I go on a tirade.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah. If I say something seemingly smart aleck and I'm talking to somebody, I'm probably joking. If I'm talking about
Most
somebody,
of my life is spent taking the mickey. You
probably
know,
a
as we call
celebrity
it
or
over
something.
here.
Yeah,
Most
me
of
and
my
Lee-
life
that's
is
why me and
spent
Lee
in
get along.
laughter and stupidity. Yeah, because I try not to take everything too seriously, even though I take things seriously.
We have
you
the
know.
same kind of comedy like that. He's
Yeah.
like,
I try to make
family.
a joke from it rather than because the only way to alleviate my over analytical nature. Right. Anyway, so see you later, Kafida. Thanks for joining me.
yeah, come back on Monday. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. All shows are 6 p.m. Eastern. Hop the video. Sometimes it takes up to 24 hours, but thereby the comments, if you swipe to the left, you'll see hop this video. You click it again, and then the thing will pop up. You click the bottom, hop this video. And
Yep.
it gives small YouTubers with 5,000 or 500 to 500,000 subscribers the chance to be noticed more and potentially gain more subscribers and views and such. So if you don't
Well,
want to
all right.
comment, maybe hop the video or do both. Appreciate it. Love y'all. Bye-bye.
See you later, Kat. Thanks for joining me.
Good night.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. It's been a very interesting night, hasn't it? Eh? It's been a good chat and chill. Yeah. So, I'll see you back here on Thursday with a bit of luck, eh? So, with that, I'll just say thank you very much to the moderators. to the wonderful members, to everybody lurking as well, and anybody that watches later. Thanks very much for watching. If you watched the whole thing, fair play to you. But don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe, share it out there, you know, all those things. That would be appreciated. And as I always say, live in the moment, because the only time that matters is now. There's only now. Peace and love, everybody. Catch you later.
The only time that matters is now. Time is an illusion.